Hello, drama lovers. Welcome back to K-pop World. Today, we're not just talking about an achievement, but a recognition. A moment that not even the most devoted fans could have imagined. Two names that once united the world in a single story, in an unmatched chemistry, are now standing side by side again. But this time, not on screen, not on a drama stage. They stood before the world. In the heart of the entertainment industry, the United States. Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo, names that once disappeared behind censorship and sudden separation, appeared once more, not as a popular drama duo, but as global artists. And when their names were called, the entire room fell silent. Even Jimmy Fallon paused for a few seconds before saying, "This is something we've never seen before." So what really happened that night? And why did the entire world, even those who didn't know them, feel something so deeply? Let's walk through the night that changed everything. Quietly, but meaningfully. It all began with a drama. In 2019, the Untamed hit the screens like a storm. At first, it was promoted as just another historical fantasy series from China. But unexpectedly, the world fell in love. But it wasn't just the storyline or the beautiful costumes that made it blow up. What truly brought it to life were its two lead actors, Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo. At the time, neither had big names. One came from theater and music. The other was known as a dancer and idol who loved motorcycles. Two very different worlds. But when they acted together, the world seemed to pause. Every glance, every word exchanged, felt real. As if something deeper than the script was unfolding. And fans, they felt it immediately. But as their fame skyrocketed, pressure followed. Censorship, rumors, boycotts, even bans on appearing together. Whatever the reasons were, they never spoke up. All that remained was silence. But the fans didn't leave. They stayed, preserved every memory, protected their names, and quietly waited for this moment. On a date barely mentioned in major promotions, a discreet event was held in New York, the Global Visionary Arts Awards. Not a flashy show like the Grammys or Oscars, which made it all the more powerful because the winners were chosen, purely based on impact and artistry. And that night, the stage shook with a short announcement. For outstanding global artistry, the award goes to Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo. The audience stood. Some cheered, but most were silent, as if they couldn't believe that two names rarely mentioned in Western media were suddenly being honored in one of the world's toughest stages to crack. Among the audience, Jimmy Fallon, who was ready to throw in a few jokes, fell quiet. He gave a small smile and softly said, "I wasn't ready for this, but I'm glad the world is." Xiao Zhan walked up first, his face calm, composed, but his eyes held something impossible to put into words. Wang Yibo followed. His steps, as usual, were cool and collected. They didn't hug. They didn't exchange glances for too long, but something between them couldn't be hidden. Then, Xiao Zhan took the mic and said only this, "Thank you for seeing us, even when we couldn't speak." Wang Yibo added, in an even quieter tone, "We come from far away, but tonight, we feel close to the world." That was it. Nothing more. And yet, of the thousands of things they could have said, those two sentences were the truest reflection of their gratitude. The hashtag #XZWB Award trended on Weibo, Twitter, and TikTok within 20 minutes. Fans all around the world, without needing any instruction, celebrated together. "This isn't just an award," wrote a fan from the Philippines. "This is proof that we were never wrong for loving them." Major fan bases like EXOLS, ARMYs, and K-drama fans reposted their speech clips. If you've ever loved a bromance, you know why this is so emotional. Posted one popular K-drama lovers Indonesia account. Even top Korean actors like Lee Dong-wook and Kim Seon-ho quietly showed support by liking and commenting warmly on Instagram. One viral comment read, "After all the pain, they were finally healed, not by others, but by the world." No announcements of a new project, no exclusive interviews, no hints of a reunion. And once again, they chose silence. But this silence wasn't like before. Not one born from faith, but from peace. And for many fans, their silence that night felt like the perfect closing chapter. Or perhaps, the beginning of something even greater. Chinese media started speculating. Will there be an international project together? Is this a sign of a Hollywood debut? No one knows for sure. But one thing is clear. They are no longer just viral actors from the East. Now, they are global artists. That night wasn't just about the trophy. It was about the wait that finally paid off. About a love that never faded. And about two men who, through silence, moved the world. They were once silenced, once separated. But that night, they stood together. Not because of a script, not because of a role, but because they deserved to. Drama lovers, what did you feel when you saw them on that stage? Did you also feel like you were part of history being made? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe this is the beginning of their comeback together? Or was that moment their final gift to us? We'll keep you updated if anything new unfolds. Because this story is not over yet. See you in the next video on K-Pop World.